All right, shalom, shalom. Hey, before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Rakah Quadash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all the sincere Akyam that's out here pushing his word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom. All right, it's a real quick one. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to get it in while the spirit is on you. Because, life be hectic, and, no excuses, but trying to, be more, do more. You know what I'm saying? Feed the flock. And one of the main reasons that Babylon is falling, aka America, is this place wastes a lot of time, man. Americans have mastered the art of wasting time. Nothing in America is done efficiently and effectively, and it's showing. Progress. It's really a science to progression. And one thing about it, I'm gonna use bodybuilding as an example, right? Now, a lot of people will argue, well, it's the drugs, da 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 da. Sure, whatever. That's a whole nother argument and talking point. But what we're talking about here, I'm using the bodybuilders as an example. Bodybuilders work out a lot, but they don't. What do I mean by that? They're consistent, right? They may go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, but when you watch these interviews of these different bodybuilders, the old school ones, like Ronnie Coleman and different, if you're familiar with the sport or the that arena, right? That world. They say they're in the gym maybe an hour max, and then they get the hell out of there. There's several other names that I could use, but in the senses of they get in and get out. They get the job done and they move on to the next subject, the next task at hand. But what America does, because really America is just one big place of bullshit. This place is bullshit. The people are bullshitters. That's the point. And that's why this place is failing and crumbling. See, the good glory years of America were when there was no competition. When America didn't have any competition, and these Edomites, the glory years of you so-called white people were when your fathers and your grandfathers were going to job sites, eating sandwiches all goddamn day and bullshitting and smoking cigarettes. Those are the good old days. That's part of the reason why you so-called white people today are complaining the way you do, because in reality, you're inheriting, as the scriptures say, you're inheriting a lie. You're inheriting a world that's your forefathers didn't have to deal with. They weren't overworked 100 years ago, 200 years ago. They were overworking the slaves. You see? But now, in this world, in this time, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. That's why in the book of Malachi, it speaks about the fact of what? Though he build, I will destroy. I will tear down. All of this is just bullshit. That's why there's so many skits. Drewski's got the comedian Drewski has a famous skit where he's acting as a construction worker, and the whole video is him doing everything but work. Everything in the video is him doing but work, because that's the majority of these job sites. Everywhere you go, it's the game is to not do anything. Your manager, he don't want to do shit. Your manager's manager, he don't want to do shit. So then what do you think the workers are? They don't want to do shit. And then you wonder why, like, you see other parts of the world, you see China, you see these other countries, and they're developing. They have beautiful cities, clean cities, and so on and so forth. Different Middle Eastern countries. All right. Now you do have shit places. We're not going to act like it's not, but nevertheless, some of these other major powers around the world, they work. And I'm not talking about just working in the name of working. I'm talking about actually progressing, getting shit done. That's why everybody thought that, oh, we be flying cars. No. This place is crumbling because it's all in vain. Number one. Number two, this place is not about progression. It's not. All right. The scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, that there's a time and a place for everything. There's a time to have, I'm going to add to it to a certain extent. There's a time to have fun. There's a time to have fun. There's a time to be serious. There's a time to put in work. But Americans get those points crisscrossed. Americans want work to be fun. And then they don't want anything else outside of fun. That's why, again, you want to know, I was speaking earlier, one of the main reasons the relations between men and women is destroyed is because this world, for one, doesn't really allow men to have fun, but women always want to have fun. When you read Proverbs, the 30th chapter, and it gives you the different descriptions of what makes a virtuous woman, what is a virtuous woman, all of those precepts are listing her ability to get shit done, her ability to get, how about I say it better, to get work done, her ability to work with her hands, work with the land, get work done. These women don't want to work. These women think that because they have a vagina between their legs, that means that they don't got to get shit done, that they're supposed to be taken care of because they have a vagina and titties. That's how the majority of American women think. This is why men in America are really looking for women around the world, because on other parts of the world, there's still a culture of women that work. And I'm not talking about this grueling, stupid American work. I'm just saying getting shit done. Just working. Getting things done around the house is work. Like I've said before, anything I tell this to my rib all the time, cause she works. All right. So when she sees these lazy ass women, I'm like, listen, I like, you got to understand, with women, these westernized thinking women, anything outside of nothing, of doing nothing, is too much. I'm gonna say that again. Anything outside of doing nothing is too much for these fucking women. These women don't want to do shit. They don't want to cook. They don't want to clean. They don't want to have sex with their husbands. They don't want to work. They don't want to drive. 8444. They don't want to do shit. These women don't want to do shit in America. Anything outside of doing nothing is too much. So here we are, where everybody has no type of getting shit done mentality. Nobody wants to get anything done. And you wonder why you relationships, you marriages, you fail, because you're in competition of who can do who. Like me and another brother, we always talk about, when these people, women will force you into a competition of who's the most tired. You say, I'm tired. Oh, I'm more tired. Jealous of your leisure time, jealous of you sitting down and doing nothing, because you doing nothing means they have to do something, and I don't like that shit. See? I don't never do shit at work. I don't never do shit at work. I'm just standing here stealing company time. I'm just standing here stealing company time. I don't never do shit at work. I don't never do shit at work. That's literally a theme song for the workers of America. And hey, don't get me wrong. Fuck them. I don't get me wrong. Fuck this place. I just be stealing company time too. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying you don't. But see, the scriptures also say, whatever I do, do it with all thy might. So you're supposed to give everything 100% effort. But if that's not a mindset of you, and which is not of these people, you're just going to give bare minimum. You're going to give bare minimum to your employee. You're going to give bare minimum to if you're a man, you're going to give bare minimum to your wife. You're going to give bare minimum to your children. Hell, you know, these people give the bare minimum to themselves. These people give the bare minimum to themselves. You see how it flows through everything? You're just not going to do it in one area. See, me, I try my best to do everything with all my might, you know, to the point where it's like, damn, man, I fucked around and became a good employee. Now I'm a supervisor with more responsibilities because they can see, oh, he works. He's a worker. I work. I give an effort in everything I do. If I'm cooking, I'm giving it effort. I give effort to my wife. I give effort to my children. I give the most effort to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's why I'm doing this lesson right now. I could have just said, hey, I did one already. No, the spirit hit on me. I was like, no, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do another lesson. Cause we work. But that's you, Esau. The scriptures say, as the ruler, so shall the people be, so shall the officers be. You so-called white people, you're all lazy. We all listen, man. All white managers want to do is eat sandwiches on the job. They just want to eat sandwiches, sit around, act like they're busy, act like they're always doing something. They put more effort in acting like they're doing something than actually doing something. Because they don't never do shit at work. They don't never do shit at work. They just there stealing company time. They just be there stealing company time. That's what it is. Okay? So again, I'm about to close up here. The point's made is that's the American way. Americans are bullshitters. See, that's part of the thing that you got to cast off too. You got to cast that off when you come into this truth too, as an Israelite. You got to cast off that bullshitting spirit that everybody has. It's all kind of videos. Motherfuckers be on the phone. What they say? Motherfuckers be on the phone all day on their job, but then they a comedian would say that, but then they be their lunch break, and then they be like, man, let me go, man. You know, then they got to get off the phone, and now they going because everything's backwards here. Why do you think there's so many fat people in America? You think fat people, listen, man, well, you know, people have thyroid problems. That's like a small percentage. The majority of you fat fucks are that way because you're lazy. You're a bullshitter. Everything in America is about being a bullshitter. Trump bullshitted you people into thinking that you was going to get, hey, I thought he said he was going to get rid of the IRS. No. That was he was bullshitting you. You see? So you got to cut that bullshit. Hey, really through the spirit, you got to cast off that bullshit spirit in you, man. That's the old man. The old man is a bullshitter. He wants you to bullshit your time, be a bullshitter. Be a fake fuck. All right? Hey, so with that, man, I'm going to go ahead and close this up, man. And with that, I'm going to give all the glory and honor to you. How about Shemi Abishai, Shalom.